One of the test tools that's quite handy is the ability to test the loopback on a network card. We can run a loopback test by using a software command, but that tests only down to the card itself and back up. We need to test right out to the connection on the card, and we can do that by using a loopback plug. If we look at the connections coming out of the card, we can see that there are signals coming out in all the wires, but for most 1000 based connections we use this pair here, the orange pair, on pins 1 and 2, and this pair here, the green pair, on pins 3 and 6. Now, to make a loopback plug, all we need to do is connect pin 1 to pin 3 and pin 2 to pin 6. And that sends the transmitted data straight back into the same network card through its received data signal wires. Let's see how we make one of those. We need a plug and a bit of wire. We just need the core of the wire, so I'll strip off a piece of wire, a reasonably long piece of wire from that. Get rid of the sleeving and the protective sheath, and cut off the length of cable. So we'll pick the blue wire, although it really doesn't matter what colour you use, and separate out the wire pairs ready to put into the plug. So we're going to use pins 1 and 2 here. Pin 1 is going to have to connect to pin 3, and pin 2 to pin 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and then 4. Now this is quite awkward. We have to try and, like putting on a network plug as we did earlier, we have to try and line up the wires properly, and if they don't line up easily, we can of course cut them straight across to give us a good flat end. So the first two wires go into the first two pins, 1 and 2, make sure they go right up to the end, and then the second two wires, the one from 1, which was a stripy wire, goes into 3, and the second wire goes into 6. Now this is a little bit awkward and you might need to take some time in doing it, and let's have a look at that, and you should see that we have blue and white on the first, followed by blue, and then blue and white on the third one again, and blue on the sixth one. You have to make sure that we hold them firmly into place as we crimp it. And that's us made a loopback plug. Let's test it. Right, so here's the test plug. So we plug it into the network port. The light comes on to indicate that it's made a connection. And on the screen, the network status has changed from disconnected to unidentified network.